because of how difficult it is. Who will it be this year? I'm not too sure. Guifera will be hoping it's not him. He'll be hoping he can get it done here and now. For Rommy,
I don't know.
He wants to play spoiler.
That's it, but what I'm sure 100% is that the winner of this competition will have something to say at the World Finals. Like, these two are really smart. I mean, that's why they are here, no? After a long process to get into these Grand Finals, it's for a reason, no? So, but yeah, at the end of the day, only one will be the champion here, and we'll see that 5 center-back formation from Rommy could make something slightly different, no? That Guifera can't control at all. Relax the nerves, no one puts some music on the ears. And we're about to see the formation tactics for this Grand Final on console.
Grand Final, Guifera in the away strip. Rommy in the home strip.
No way!
And there is danger early on for Guifera to contend with. We're in the theatre of dreams. Whose dream will come true? Who will represent the Red Devils at the World Finals in July? Guifera or Rommy? It has to be one of them. So far, the Brazilian Guifera.
Yeah, same story. Going to make that superiority in the right wing. Guifera now trying to connect to the center. Coming mind of the cross. Guifera doesn't need to show up that much to make the difference in eFootball.
No, he doesn't. We've seen it time and time again, no matter which one of his world titles you choose. He knows when to be patient. Now, though, Rommy trying to build early on. He's dispossessed early, though. That will give Guifera confidence after... But it was Rommy in the first encounter in the group stages that seemed to be the more likely of the two to score for large periods of it. And now Guifera, having stopped him early on, can try and come forward with Xerxes. Cleared up the pitch, though.
That's lovely, the way Guifera used Garnacho as a lure, just to make larger the defense of Rommy and play for the right winger. Now Rommy with the chance. Circe with the super cancel, but now the counter. Bruno Fernandes for Guifera. And now finally, yes, he's connecting with Garnacho, but the pass wasn't the best. Garnacho was not that accurate to receive that ball. Possession for Rommy. We've seen a not really demanding start, but we'll see if now something different could happen between these two. And it's now the chance, or the mistake from Guifera. Now the almost mini counter from Rommy. Bruno Fernandes! Indonesia leading!
It is that player of the week, Bruno. With the finesse, he was so close to goal, it was almost impossible to miss. But finally we have the first goal between these two. And it is in the Grand Final. It goes the way of Rommy. Lovely finish.
It was a worse situation defensively for Guifera, especially with the cursor of the, I think it was Lisandro Martinez. I don't know, he lost the control of the defender. He wasn't able to catch that almost easy ball. And yeah, when you concede those space inside the box, easy job for Rommy, which is leading into the Grand Final.
Well, it took over 100 minutes to split these two. Finally, we have the difference maker. And it is advantage Rommy here in the final.
Looking for Rasmus Holland. Nice job for Guifera. Giving some breathe and then join the attack to win the header. Sorry, to the spot to win the header.
I think the worst thing we could see really from Guifera, the one thing we don't want him to do is to rush things here. There's plenty of time on the clock. That's really nice though. Slips as he tries to connect with the input.
Yeah, the thing is like Guifera need a perfect scenario to attack, which is accumulate a lot of people on the right hand side, be a 2v1 action, and it takes time. And Rommy doesn't need that much. So now seeing that Rommy is leading. When now we see this one. So what I mean, now that Rommy is leading, we'll have more calm. I don't know if Guifera will keep the patience to build up his play as usually, because it's the only way we have seen from him to create his chances.
Looks like a pause queued up by Guifera just to double check everything.
Yeah, the players to join the attack. He's making sure
all the tactics are in order.
The favorite ones are joining the attack. Yeah, we see he's changed a little bit, but nothing much. Set pieces are so important, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if Guifera has prepared something special.
It's Guifera's corner.
The rebound is in.
To Delict, Mainu with some nice super cancelling will keep things alive. Far
nice
side,
one for Madraoui.
Nice footwork to Xerxes, who's offside.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
Indeed, good patience there from Guifera following the corner. We don't want him to rush things here.
It's a unique way of play that he has, no? It's forcing those situations. I mean, you never can doubt about Guifera. That's the point. So still a long match to be played. 60 minutes left. It's just have started, so we'll see.
It's definitely a luxury to have when you are trailing, if there are luxuries to have, is that plenty of time remains. No reason to panic just yet. Rommy, though, will be over the moon with how he's weathered the storm after scoring the opening goal with the skipper, Bruno Fernandes. Far side now for Guifera. He's looked confident. Hoyland sticking a boot in.
Nice signal from Guifera, no? Having something new. Great action. Unless with a cross. Putting some extra difficulties to Rommy that now is like has turned off his brightness in terms of intensity. So we'll see if that opened the door for Guifera to get the equalizer.
It's been all the two-time world champion since conceding.
Guifera with a chance.
Bruno, the back heel pass. Lovely back heel. Still alive, is it, for Xerxes?
Almost. He needed an extra pass, Harry. Almost perfect. He's now having a hard time, Rommy, playing on full blue. Guifera having the superiority, looking for Madraoui, his main man to start his build-up play. Offside again. Again, the offside. He was a pretty smart lob pass, because if he wins that header, it creates like a room for 3 versus 2 action. Really wonderful when we see the counter target for Rommy, because as we see, the stamina of Joshua Zirkzee is going down, so 2 players will remain on top for Rommy, and he will just defend with the 3 midfielders plus the 5 centre backs. Stamina is really important, especially for Man United, that you have not many options on the bench for sub the 2 strikers. So unless one of them has to be counter targeted, which means he doesn't go to defend. So you will make him have almost full stamina for the whole game.
5 minutes until half-time. They're constantly on top of things, these 2 great competitors, changing sub-tactics and making sure that their players are in fine form.
Nice predict.
Rommy wins the ball back. Up to Hoyland, who will hold this one up. Bruno Fernandes, the goal scorer.
To go through.
Xerxes over the top towards Maino, but there will be one last chance here in the first half of the grand final. Looks like it will go the way, will it, of Guifera?
Yeah, Zirkzee winning the header of Madraoui. Could be the last one for Guifera with the long ball to Rasmus Holland.
Anywhere will do. And into the stands it goes. 45 minutes down, and it is Rommy 1, Guifera 0 in the console grand final. 45 minutes stand from Rommy and the World Finals by the way of Manchester United. What a story that would be.
Yeah, and a different story that could happen. Why not in the second half? For the moment, Rommy having the control of the score, not of the game. That we have seen that right after that mistake, forced or no, of Guifera was enough to make him score and be leading. But we'll see. Second half, Guifera with the kickoff, not winning that header. The clear from Rommy, looking for Zirkzee with a yes, wins the ball. Casemiro up in the side for Mazraoui. Mazraoui now connecting with Bruno Fernandes. Still open so far this final. And it requires a step up for Guifera, the 2 times world champion, if he wants to have a chance to be the Manchester United 2025 club event champion.
Of course, they've switched attacking sides here in the second half. Guifera, who needs a goal, attacking the right-hand goal. Rommy will come at the left side. That's really nice towards Garnacho, but as you say, just too much power on that. And I think Guifera will be hoping he can maintain the spells of possession that he had in the first half. But here comes Rommy, near side. Mazraoui, back to Bruno. Casemiro, back to the skipper, into the feet of Rasmus. Bruno again, this is patient build-up. Casemiro, Zirkzee. Back to the Brazilian.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, that's lovely! That is fantastic from Rommy!
I saw that coming.
How patient can you be? And how perfect can that pass be? And how good can the finish be? That was picture perfect. Amazing.
Rommy, such a wonderful play. That pass from Casemiro was simply perfect.
Sublime.
Control, finesse, nothing for Onana. He saw that chance coming. The only choice is ran back with the defender manually. Harry. 2 goals out from Indonesia for Rommy, who is now keep pushing over the limits of Guifera. That now he needs to react. 30 minutes left, Harry. 2 goals down. Another a massive score for the Brazilian.
Guifera needs 2. And let me tell you, when we see the highlight of that goal, I hope we can see the 30 seconds leading up to it, because it was so patient from Rommy.
Exactly.
Now Guifera into the box and back out of it again with Bruno.
The thing is, like, he's patient because he doesn't join the attack with many players, but he's comfortable with being patient. You know, sometimes you want to say, oh, you need to be more patient, but look at this one, Guifera! If he can hit a header and score, will change drastically the atmosphere of this grand final. He needs a goal. He needs to push more. The wrong pass now will be Joro for Rommy. Onana with a clear. Ooh, almost deflected. And now the counter for Rommy, who needs to make time running faster and faster. He's getting closer to become the champion, but it's not done already. Fault made. Guifera will have a long on a free kick that from there it's not that bad if he wins the header. But yeah,
Time to call on
2 shots by Rommy, 2 goals Harry.
I mean, it's looking like we're on track for yet another success for the nation of Indonesia in eFootball.
Amad Diallo, it seems to be 5-4-1 for Rommy. He said, like, I don't need 2 strikers. I'm winning 2 goals up. So it seems to Rasmus Holland be the only one striker now for him. Amad Diallo ins, and same for Guifera, that puts Christian Eriksen to make some magic passes or shooting. That will make an impact into the game, Harry. I mean, someone can. It's Guifera, but his time is lower and lower, the chances to him to get on track for the game and for the victory.
I mean, can you believe this is Rommy's first major finals in a global competition?
Almost lucky for Rommy. I think the goalkeeper saved it with the head or with the back. I don't know. Somehow Rommy survived to the first grand chance for Guifera.
It's come 15 minutes from full time. We need to see a goal really soon as possible from Guifera. Big challenge. And Rommy will stay on that full blue mentality, that full defensive, as long as he can. That's a big mistake, Mason Mount. He has so much energy here, Mason Mount. 2v1, as you say. Delict for company. It's Ireland!
Indonesia will pull a player into the world final. His name is Rommy. I mean, unbelievable. The efficiency of Rommy in the grand final is simply perfect. Simply perfect. The way he read the game, approach the mistakes, approach his chances overall. Rasmus Holland, 3 for Rommy and 0 to Guifera.
I mean, Rommy, what can you say? You've played this final perfectly. Guifera still on the charge to get on the score sheet. But the 2v1, if there's a player that you don't want to play a 2v1 against, even though you should and are favoured to score, it's Guifera. You know he'll do whatever he can to put you off. It's almost sometimes more difficult to score those types of scenarios.
Yeah, because you start to overthink around, and yeah, I agree with you.
Truly fantastic, and a worthy champion here today.
And 5 minutes left plus added on time for Rommy.
Why not
to
get
become
more?
A world finalist representing Manchester United, Harry, in a wonderful way, no? No losses today, just a draw against Guifera in group stage, but overall a major show how to be playing with Manchester United, no, in this game. It's like I have the feeling he's the one who has read better with the players you have in Manchester United how to play in game, no? This is the way with 5 center backs, solid, good in attack, smart, wonderful job.
90th minute now in our console final. But let me tell you, we don't need the referee to confirm to us who will be the champion. It has been a complete contrast to when they met in the group stages. They look like two completely different players. And the Indonesian has come up trumps yet again in the grand final. Your champion of Manchester United is Rommy. He will represent the Red Devils in Tokyo at the World Finals. He will lift the trophy later on. Commiserations, of course, to Guifera. He will try again, but the day belongs to one man on console, and it's the man you see right now, Zeus Rommy.
Huge congratulations to Rommy and the whole community there in Indonesia, having the first representative at the World Finals, and especially to Rommy. I know, especially personally, how important it is to him. No? He's always been not that shiny as he used to be, looking how good he is playing in football. Now he will have the opportunity he was looking for at the World Finals. GG Guifera. I'm going to be in Tokyo, Japan, but at the end of the day, I think that early goal from Rommy, it breaks somehow mentally the plan for Guifera.